Hey guys, so I know I missed that recap video from yesterday, but I gotta say, I swear it's not my fault. Maybe a little bit it's my fault, but man, I've been, what, 3 flights now, 2 layovers, 3 hotels, 2 room switches in the last 48 hours now, and I am exhausted. Yesterday I fell asleep at 7 p.m. and I woke up today at 5 to get ready for pre-market. So it's been a little bit hectic, to say the least. And right now I am in Panama City. Let me show you guys what that looks like. Actually, I got my flamingo here. Switching over the screen. That's Panama City over there. Right now I'm in a hotel, or technically it's a hostel. It's called Selena. I don't know if you guys probably heard of it before. It's like a big hostel chain. But I'm only going to be here for a few more days because we have another place booked that way. Unfortunately, I think this is a nice hotel chain. I don't want to, or a hostel chain. I don't want to talk down upon it, but there's a lot of water damage in this place, and we've been switching rooms, and it's the last room was just so loud that I was like, I can't do here one more day. So we're gonna switch to some hotel in the city over there. Anyway, I feel like I'm really complaining right now. We're, ungrateful, not, but I swear I'm not. It's just, I think the lack of sleep is taking its toll on me extensively. If you guys were in the Discord, you've probably heard some of my complaints already. So what I am So I guess to get more on point, what I'm going to be doing, or what I have been doing, is trading with smaller size. Yesterday I traded with an average of $5,000 as opposed to like $20,000. So I've been reducing size like by 25%. Yesterday was a good day, over $1,000 profit. Was basically like a 20% green day based on average size, which is really good. Today, smaller profit, but I think I used even smaller size today. So I want to review Monday's trades, and I want to review today's trades. I don't know what time is it right now. It's 9:23. No wait, that's not true. Can't be 9:23. Oh yeah, we're 1 hour behind in Panama City from Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, it's like 10:30 right now Eastern Standard Time. And I'll recap Monday. I did some really quick trading in the morning before I had to leave our Airbnb and go somewhere else. And then I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Yeah, and then I will recap today's trades, which were also fairly quick, but I traded a little bit longer. And I also entered a swing trade. So we got those 3 topics to review: yesterday's trading, Monday's trades, today's trades, and then a swing trade that I entered today, QS. My FOMO ticker of 2020 is back, and I just went long it. All right, guys, let's get into that recap. Alright guys, welcome back. So I brought my microphone specifically for this recap because, video you can do without, but bad audio is just not acceptable. So I hope you guys appreciate that. Right now, weather 29 Celsius. It was a little hotter earlier, but that humidity is really no joke. So I'm sweating bullets right now. So let's go through this as quick as possible. So like I said in the intro, I did want to focus on yesterday as well. So let's go ahead, talk about yesterday, then we'll talk about today's trades, and then we'll talk about the swing trade. So going to yesterday, this was Monday on September. Now, a big thing here is I was trading with really small size. I traded yesterday, my average cost per trade was $5,289. That's really small. I did have some, pretty decent winners on average. I only had one small loser, basically a scratch. So, my stats look pretty okay. It was just really the fact that I was going small size was a little bit of a bummer. But I was talking about why that was, and I was just, in the intro, I talked about it, in the Discord I talked about it, and really it was just, I was exhausted. And when you're really tired, it's not the time to be, sizing up. Just like when you're hungover, you shouldn't be trading. When you're sick, you shouldn't be trading. When you're sleepy, you really shouldn't be trading either. The market has been heating up, and I was like, okay, well, the next week is going to be pretty exhausting, so I can't just not trade. So I was like, let me just do small size till I feel a little bit more competent. Anyway, I only did trade ZIVO. It's the only ticker I actually ended up taking stabs at. So let's go ahead, talk about this ticker, and figure out where I went right, and also where I left a lot of money on the table. Okay, so here is ZIVO right now. It's a total dud. Really, the hot part was yesterday. So let's go here towards yesterday. And you can see I actually had a really quick trading session yesterday. It was actually kind of nice. Woke up around 4. Then did some things till about 5:45, and then I was ready to go trading. But at this time, I was like, hopefully I can get a rally, because I'm not going to stay around very long. Plus, by like 9, we had to go to a different hotel, so it was like a really tight schedule I was on. So I was pretty happy to be able to walk away with some profits and just walk and pretty much wrap it up there. Oh, the glare is so bad I don't even see what I'm clicking on this 5 minutes. Sorry guys, there it is. I think I see it. Okay, so this ticker, not really super interesting in this area, and even this area I wasn't really interested in it because the lack of volume at first, but I would say once we broke this $6 area, I was like, oh man, this ticker is in play. Unfortunately, I don't know what it was. I have 1,001 things to blame on why I didn't get more aggressive on this, but really I can only blame myself, and I should have stuck to my strategy, and that would have been averaging into this ticker until it broke the 9 EMA. Or I could have probably sold on the break of $8, because let's quickly go to the daily chart and talk about why $8 was such a critical zone, and actually talk about this as well in all the recaps. So for example, if we come here to this video, let me just read basically what happened. Recapping all trades at once. I wanted to recap all trades at the same time because I just didn't have time to go through each individual trades. I said basically this ticker had power. My mistake was I just didn't ride it. Once we had that $6 breakout, I should have been just accumulating into that climb. I knew it was the right idea. I just didn't do it. So many things on my travels and lack of sleep I could blame, but really there will always be something to blame, and I think that's a really important part. You could always point your fingers, but at the end of the day, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, why did I not get more aggressive on this? So I just really got to stick to my trading and stick to my rules, and I in a way I did. But in a way I didn't. I didn't by not getting aggressive as I should, which I've already explained why I didn't. So we had perfect resistance at $8. My goal was to trade hard until then, and I did trade it. I just didn't trade it hard enough. All I was doing was scalping a few 0.0%, which was kind of disappointing. But then I said at least I stuck to one rule, and that was calling it, and that was at the perfect time. So I basically just wanted to trade this front side and then walk away. Now let me go back to the daily chart. So this one on Monday really rallied up here, and we had a huge 180-day simple moving average resistance in this area, and that's why I was like, we might break 6, and that's why when we broke this like kind of low or like 580 zone and going to the 6s, that's when I started really getting aggressive on it. But I just didn't hold any of my wins, so I didn't have any big winners on this ticker. Overall 38 million market cap, 38 million market cap, is that what it says? And then 10 million shares outstanding. Very kind of low, perfect company that I'm looking for. They did have some catalysts popping up here, but to be honest, I didn't even look into the catalyst. I was just focused on the price action. So let's go again to the price action. We had that critical break of 6 in all these candles. I should have just been accumulating, and in this pullback I should have accumulated even more. And then even if I just got one rip like this, that was an 18% move. Absolutely insane. So the fact that I walked away with as little profits as I did is kind of disappointing. But at the same time, I did trade smaller size, so I do have to remind myself about that. I feel like I'm being maybe a little bit too hard on myself, especially for the amount of sleep that I had when I was trading this ticker. But that was pretty much Monday, and I could have probably kept on trading this one if I wasn't traveling. What I really liked about this was it had kind of this failed spike here, and then it had a bit of a morning panic right before that rally, and that was a 34%. And what I liked about this one, it broke key support, but only little, and popped right back up. So, and this sell-off from the open was about 6-7%. That's always one of my favorite times to get one of those reversal moves, morning panic. So this would have been a beautiful red to green. I could only look at it in hindsight, and who knows what would have happened. I was watching Ross Cameron's recap recap yesterday, and I don't know if it was ZIVO or a different ticker where his internet crashed, and boom, just like that, he was down $30,000. Obviously in several trades, but I think that last trade was a pretty big loser as well. So, I should always be grateful for any green day, and I feel like I'm kind of being a little bit of a negative Sally at the moment. And I don't want to be like that. It's just I really think this lack of sleep is messing with my personality right now. So I do apologize. Okay, so let's talk about today's recap. Let's talk about the tickers that we traded today. So I traded HLBZ and NNVC. We'll talk about NNVC first because this is the ticker that was really rallying at first and then just disappeared, and then HLBZ whack popped up on the screen. We started trading it. So we're definitely getting some nice moves today, or just in general, which is pumping me up. Let's go to NNVC. Well, I barely see what's on my screen, and I'm sweating so hard right now. NNVC. Ooh, my laptop's on fire too. All right, here we go. So this ticker is still frozen, and it's freaking the heck out of me. It makes me extra nervous for trading pre-market. You usually don't see tickers trading like this or just totally getting halted pre-market. It's very rare. There's no news. There's no like pending news that I've been actually fake news right there. This came up later because I was checking this around the time of the hold, which was right here. Let's check this out. I need to go a little bit lower. That was around 9:21. Oh yeah, so the news came out just a little bit later, this pending news, but okay, I didn't see that. So yeah, there is news pending. That's absolutely terrifying to be stuck in that hold right now. Usually maybe there's an offering or something horrible. God forbid, that's going to open probably pretty nasty. So we'll see what happens. I've been stuck in a few of those, and that's why I'm so traumatized when I see a ticker randomly getting halted pre-market. Anyway, this ticker did have a really nice front side move here. 40%, and then it started pulling back. This was a really dweeb kind of trade here, just backside. I don't know what I was trying to do, probably just kind of bored. Made a little bit back, some losses here, and then a little bit back here, and then I think I gave back some profits here, getting a little bit too aggressive on this one. And I was like, man, NNVC is a hard one to trade. It just has these breakouts and then sells off so aggressively. So when it had this breakout, I was a little bit more calm and waited for an extended pullback. Then I trade here and took profits right away. I did unfortunately miss this run up. So you can see I'd never really timed this one right, but I at least managed my risk on this one by only trading the front side and taking my profits probably quicker than I should. But on tickers like this, that's probably the best thing you could be doing. Anyway, yeah, pretty much walked away and haven't really looked back on this ticker. We've traded many times in the past. Usually doesn't have these. It doesn't hold its highs well, and technically it's over the 180-day simple moving average. But there's probably so many back holders on this ticker that I don't really see it worth getting so aggressive on. But now it's halted, so that's disgusting. HLBZ, this is the ticker that makes me so happy. Let's go here to the daily chart, and this is actually still cranking it. Actually, let's start on the daily. This is always the best. So this ticker, really solid breakout here. Wow, I'm getting drenched just sitting here. Really big breakout here at 25, all-time highs. Market cap 1.2 billion, kind of on the high side. Shares here 30 million shares outstanding. That's okay. Let's see here. This ticker had, I think it was an Amazon deal. Yeah, here we go. Amazon deal news. Like right now, I'm not reading news or checking the stats of the company before I start day trading it. But over the last 2 years, trading the gap and go strategy for small caps, my favorite catalyst by far, the one that always performs the best, is when a small company has catalyst, has news with a larger company. So a small company is basically saying we have a partnership or we have a government contract. That is the best. They always outperform, and boom, it did again. So let's hear, and right now it's at all-time high, so who knows how high this ticker is going to go. Let's go to the daily chart. Zoom in just a tad bit here. This was such a strong run up. I wish I traded this more aggressively. So it popped up here in these two candles, 120%. I went in with partial size here, and then it popped up a little bit. Looked like selling just died totally, and I quickly took some profits. Made like, I don't know, like $100 or something ridiculous on that trade. But it was kind of nice because it was just like at least a green scratch, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. And then it ends up popping up here another 44%. I'm like, well, okay, I did absolutely horrible trading just now. Had a pullback, did a very small trade here, And I kept thinking, maybe we're going to have a new front side. And I basically drew a line right here at 34 saying this is the big resistance area. And I tried to trade this breakout here, but it got rejected. So I sold. And guess what? The next one was the big popper. That was a 15% move. I did a small trade here thinking we get a continuation. We didn't, closed out. Then bought here on this pullback. It ripped up a little bit. I sold too soon. I sold literally like for a 2% profit. And I missed this, or not even 2%. I missed this spike right here. Into the market open, I didn't do any trading because, yeah, after that trade I pretty much walked away. I didn't do any trading after that. I was kind of just working on documenting yesterday's trades, and I don't know, I didn't feel like it was necessary for me to really keep gunning it. The market is heating up, but you could just tell with my mood right now that I'm a little bit of a downer, which is just not a nice state of mind to be in. So yeah, there's that. Also, I don't do well with heat, and I don't really like traveling. So it's like two things that really got me. If anyone's wondering why I am here, is because we're going to the U.S. and right now the U.S. does not allow visitors from Europe to fly directly. So we have to go to another country that is allowed to fly into the U.S. So that's why we're going to Panama first. Originally, we were supposed to go to Nicaragua. We have had so many issues, and we didn't get on the flight to Nicaragua. So that we had to reschedule everything here in Panama, and that's why it's been extra chaotic. That's a whole tangent. Now let's talk about the last ticker. Let's actually go to my swing trade portfolio, my IRA account, and you'll see I have a new entry here, QS. We're up 480 on this ticker. Now QS, guys, you know this, or if you've been on this channel or following the channel for, I don't know, since last year, QS was the ticker that constantly got away. We called out this ticker even before it had the merger, so it was a SPAC. I don't remember what the ticker was right now, but I constantly timed these perfect lows, and it would constantly go down to these prices, bounce up, and guess who didn't enter every time? And every time it was like a 100% move. Me. I missed it 3 times, I think it was. I definitely missed it twice, and I think the third one was a smaller move that I also called out, but I didn't trade. So this ticker gave me so much FOMO. Luckily, I never chased it or anything like that, but it was, kind of miserable, to be honest. So let's go to QS and check out how it's moving. And let's actually start with the daily. So I've been doing a lot of bottom plays, or I've been waiting for a lot of bottom plays. I'm doing a few. This ticker is down about 86%. That's a huge sell-off from the highs, and it's formed a little bit of a support area here. It doesn't seem like it's able to go much lower than this area, and I feel like, let's say we're risking a break down to new lows. That'd be about a 13% risk, but I'm having that potential upside here to the 180-day simple moving average, which is about a 50-60% profit. So that's like a 1 to 5 risk reward right now that I am totally okay taking. So today was my first entry, and this, I'm actually not even really sure why this ticker's popping up. Again, I don't really care so much about fundamentals. I'm a pretty almost like 100% technical trader, and it works for me. I mean, if you guys have been, if you guys want to check out my portfolio at any time, if you go to my day trading portfolio, you guys can see it. We just reached $100,000 on this portfolio. View portfolio stats. 84,000. Yeah, I'm missing like 6 months of documented trades on Trade Journal because I was using a different platform before then. But yeah, huge mark that we passed there. And if we go to stats and then we go to insights here, sorry, I'm getting a little bit on a tangent, but we just came out with this insight page that I'm just stoking about. Let me hide the P&L normal. Actually, no, let me hide the cumulative P&L. And this ticker, you can just see here, very consistent. Summer was very slow, so next year I might take summer off, and now we're back to the races. I am missing since 2019, like November 2019. I'm missing trades. So yeah, it's going really well. And what I've learned is the only thing the whole point I'm actually wanting to make here is, what I've noticed with news and looking too much into a company, besides maybe checking out for like shelf offerings and stuff, is it brings so many biases into my trading. I'll be like, no, this Chinese stock has no catalyst. I don't get why it's up 100%, and I don't trade it. Ends up being the best ticker of the day. So I've made that mistake way too many times, and for now like a month and a half, 2 months, I've been basically saying let's not read the news, and it's been helping me actually, which is, I tell it to any of my friends and they just look at me like I'm an alien. But yeah, if I don't know what the company's doing, usually the better. Okay, that was my little tangent. So let's go back to QS. popping up, yeah, there is news here. Again, I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on the risk reward on this ticker. We have that 1 to 5 risk reward right now. I think there's going to be a huge resistance here at 30. I don't know if we're going to break that. So I might take profits at 30 if we do even go into that area. But let me show you guys on the daily where I entered. So I was hoping for a morning panic here on this one, which we got. And in the Discord, on the swing trading section, I said, morning panic, that's what I'm going to wait for my entry. Got the entry, and then we had a second pullback here. I got a second entry here. I was thinking maybe we're going to dip below 22.5, and I wanted to do my second entry here, but we didn't. Pull back here. And then I was up like, oh man, like 5%. And that's when my day trading kind of mentality came out, because I was like, oh, I should be taking profits right now, but I didn't. Sold off again to my entry zone. So we'll see what happens. You know, if we start breaking below 22, I might take a loss on this one, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time. Hopefully we'll have a nice move in power hour, but that's what I'm waiting for. If you guys have any feedback on QS, I would love to see it in the comments. If you guys want to tell me what's going on with this company, but to me it's a huge bottom bounce. It's been selling off way too much. They do have a lot of partnerships, so I think it could be a fairly strong play here, even if it's just a short squeeze and we have some dip traders coming in, and we have some people trying to ride this new front side that it's on, like me. I think we could at least have a 20%, 30% move or so. So I think right now risk reward is pretty good. I'm in the green, so let's see what happens on this one. So I just wanted to share this new swing trade. Remember, all of my portfolios are free for you guys to check out on a trade. Actually, not the crypto portfolio, fake news. The crypto portfolio I think is like $47 a month. But if you guys go to my portfolio page, or no, if you go to my profile page, you can see every single thing, all my portfolios. Just go here. Yeah, my crypto one is private. Yeah, that one's private. And then you could just follow it. You could view the stats. You can view my posts, my trades, my thoughts, everything. It is all there for you guys to check out for totally free. So for anyone that doesn't know that, I did want to share that again with you. All right, I'm melting, so I'm going to jump in the pool. I got to say, being back at least in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, or like the American time zone, for me is pretty amazing, because by right now it's 11:30 Eastern Standard Time Zone. For me it's 10:30. I was done with work technically at like 9:30, not even, like 9 o'clock, 9:10 or something. I was done. So if I wasn't doing YouTube, yeah, I would, it's breakfast and I'm done with work, which is pretty amazing. So I gotta say that's pretty freaking awesome. But I do YouTube because of the community. It's absolutely amazing. I don't do it for the money. I think I made like $200 on YouTube last month. So just to give you guys perspective, YouTube is this. It's barely beer money. If I buy beers here, it's not even beer money. It's too expensive. I've been going to the grocery store picking up a 6-pack every now and then. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. I really do appreciate it. Easiest way to support the channel. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Consider subscribing if you're new, and like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.